Oh, look, no different. I think, we knew today we were going to be up against it. I think it's their first game in a week, and it was our fourth in 7 days. So, we knew fatigue would probably play some sort of factor, and I think I felt that in the first 3 or 4 minutes where it just felt like Southside were 3 times more athletic than us. They were just pushing the ball up the floor and cutting hard, and the pace was really quick in terms of their offense. And, I think once we settled into the game, the girls got back to defending the way we wanted to, and we kind of slowed them down a little bit in their half-court execution. And then I think our offense started to unlock once we kind of understood what the zone meant and what we needed to do to attack that. We were able to get the shots that we wanted, and I thought we did a really good job to put ourselves in a position as I said, in a game that we were going to be worried about fatigue down the stretch, to have a lead, at halftime, and then obviously extend that out to 18. Wasn't ideal that we let it disappear, but really, really proud of the team to grind that out against an elite team and probably the informed team in the competition at the moment.
It was kind of another performance where several players kind of got to that double digits or got really close to those double digits scoring. How kind of nice is it to kind of see that on a consistent basis for the side now?
Yeah, it's great, and I think it's the power of our team. We probably we have some really, really good players, but we don't have a lot of players that have been to Olympics or those types of things just yet. So I think we rely on the power of our team, and we always have somebody step up, whether it's Courtney today or Mila other days, or Alicia Frolling's had a 25-point game this year. Alex Fowler's capable, Abby's capable, and Lucy as well. So I think to have that consistent spread, and I think when we're playing our best is when the ball moves and no one cares who's actually getting the shots. And I felt like for probably 3/4 of today's game, that's exactly what we did, and then we had to grind it out. We played through Courtney a lot more in the fourth quarter, and she made some big time plays for us. We have a young team, and I think it's great to have games like this where we're not going to win by 20 points consistently, and the longer this season goes, I think there's going to be more and more games where you've got to be able to execute down the stretch. And I think to get that experience, again, just really proud. I think we've learned a lot this week, with 4 games in a week, and we've had a really tough, heartbreaking loss to Geelong where we just got absolutely smacked, and since then we've bounced back and had a good win, and then a grind win today. So I think all of these things that we're getting right now, the different defenses we're seeing, the zone, the switching, the deep drop where they don't guard our bigs, all of those things are just going to keep helping us improve, and the more experience we get with those things, hopefully in the finals we'll be ready to deal with them at the level we need to. No, 7's elite. I think 7's incredible. So if we can have 7 turnovers every game, we're going to be in a good spot. And it's probably, honestly, was the difference in the game in the end. We did a great job in the first half of getting penetration and getting to the free throw line, and then that disappeared in the second half. And because we looked after the ball, even though we lost the rebound count and they shot the ball better than we did from the floor, it just meant that it just kept us in a position to still be able to win the game. So, really, really happy, especially against such a, tough physical team like that, where they're going to really grab and hold and put you under pressure and things like that. They've got experience every possession. To be able to look after the ball at that level is something that I'm, very pleased with.
I would say I was hoping to feel better physically. I think the last 2 games have been just kind of easing back into it, and I feel have been a bit of a struggle, not necessarily what my injury was, but I think just getting your legs under you. And I think today was the first time I actually could contribute in other ways, because I wasn't trying to focus on my breathing or how much my legs hurt. So it was good. Yeah, finally good to finally kind of feel like myself again. Yeah, it was really awesome. I feel like we had a similar game against them. I think it was like round 3. We played them at Southside, and it was a bit of a back and forth. And then I think in the end, Southside kind of ran over the top of us. And I feel like that's the first time maybe this year that we've like gone back and forth with the team and then held it in the fourth quarter and been able to kind of run away with it and make some good plays. So I said to the girls after the game that that's like a really important like lesson for us. So I hope like Shannon said, I think in finals, that's how you're not going to beat teams by 20. You need to be able to grind it out and make good decisions and make big plays. So I was really happy we were able to do that today.
And just one question from me. It seems like Alicia's been really great. Alicia Roller's been really great on the wing for you guys, kind of helping getting the rebound and keeping those plays alive. Can you kind of just talk a little bit about the impact that she's been able to have on the side for plays that you do?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Frols is awesome. She pre-season, like obviously last year, Lauren Cox started in the 5 for us, and Frols came into pre-season, did such a great job that she actually won that spot. So she just fits how we want to play. She's athletic. She plays really hard. She does a good job on the boards, and again, we play a lot of pick and roll, so having an athletic player that can sprint into screens and roll hard and attract attention of the defense and then be able to finish on the end of it is great. And I think she's just getting better. The last probably month, teams have really adjusted how they guard her, and they don't guard her on the perimeter, and they stand in the middle of the keyway and all of those things. And she's really learning the counters to that, how to keep the ball moving when that happens, make sure we can continue to find flow within our offense. And I think, she's doing a great job, and we really trust her out there. So, really, really happy she's on our team. All right, thank you very much.
Hey.